Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises and honor and glory that's definitely due to Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai Ba'Shem, Rakak Radash. I'm from the Prophets in Babylon out of the Waco, Texas camp, affiliated with the branch of Prophets in Babylon, Tampa Bay, Florida. I'm your brother Atiyat. I'd like to give a special double honors to the elders and apostles on down at Great Millstone, and peace and salutations to the elect of the nation of Israel. Lesson for today: never trust thy enemy. And Lord willing, I hope and pray that this will be a edifying lesson. So, the talk around the water cooler, so to speak, is about this um, $5,000 that each taxpayer is going to get. So I mean, we don't know if it's written in, if it's going to happen or not. I saw a news report on CNN as recently as yesterday, and it was saying that um, basically Trump was thinking about it. And this is something I believe Elon Musk has proposed to where each taxpayer receives $5,000. So we'll see how it works out. I mean, it may happen, it may not happen. It's not something for us brothers to get overly excited. I mean, if it happens, then Barakatah Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah. If it happens, I know brothers could always use a little extra money here and there. But the thing about it, at the end of the day, our trust is in Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, and we know that these Edomites who rule over this world, they don't do good without trying to, get something out of it. You know, and they thing about it, man. They have been people have been, messing over, you know, the so-called Americans, or Babylonians, for a long time, ever since this inception into this so-called United States. You know, um, with IRS. That's not even something legal for them to take your money out. All wages should be paid in full. Even the scriptures, I believe it says that you're supposed to, whatever labor that you did for that day, that's what you should be paid for. You know, and everything in this society goes against the standards of Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai. You know, so without further ado, I'm gonna go into it, and Lord willing, I hope and pray that this will be an edifying lesson to you brothers and you few sisters. Micah chapter 2 and verse 1. Woe to them that devise iniquity, that be the Edomites, because they are, rulers over the earth right now. Woe unto them that devise iniquity, and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it, because it is in the power of their hand. Yeah, see, they have the power right now. When you read Job 9:24, it tells you that the earth is given unto the wicked. So, being that there are the wicked, the power is in their hands to do underhanded things to the people, you know, and they covet fields. And here you got Trump proclaiming the Gulf of Mexico now to be the Gulf of America. I know that's a body of water, but they're even talking about Gaza, and at one time Trump was talking about making Canada a state. So these people, it's no end to know, being satisfied. They have no satisfaction. They have no. They don't know the meaning of the word being satisfied. They you know, they always want more. It's never enough in their mindset. And they covet fields and take them by violence. And houses. Hey, look what happened here in the United States. The native, the Northern Kingdom was already over here, and then they came, and now, you know, they're deporting out um, immigrants now. You know, so-called immigrants, and these could be people that were born here. You know, but because of the wickedness and the evilness in their heart and their mindset, they'll do that. They'll deport them off to wherever they think that they should be going. You know, so it makes no sense for you to deport people that have already been over here for you know for centuries. You know, and houses and take them away. So they oppress a man and his house and a man and his heritage. Yeah. So again, you think about it. You got um, Gad and Reuben. They were over here at Issachar. All these other of the northern tribes have been over here in this area for centuries. And then all of a sudden, you know, you got Cristobal Colon, aka Christopher Columbus, who came over here, and what did he do? You know, Gad and showed them love, and in return, what did he do? He ravished the tribes, uh, giving them blankets full of diseases, where he almost wiped Gad out. You know, but it wasn't the will of the Lord for Gad to be wiped out. You know, and it's not to say that Gad was, you know, being righteous to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, because they were doing all they were going off too. But at the end of the day, when you look at it from a whole situation, uh, look at it from a whole different way, they're still Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai's people. You know, they're still of the nation of Israel. So I mean, you know, at the end of the day, just I just can't help but to think to myself, what is, you know, even if you get this $5,000, what is, you know, what's going to happen on the back end of that, you know, because Esau don't give something without getting something back in return, you know, because these people, they have been ripping, you know, Jake and the other nations that live here off for years, you know, through the IRS, through these uh the money that goes off to other countries, you know, aka Israel, you know, what have you. You know, you got all these different places that it go to, and so, you know, doesn't benefit those who work here, and this is another reason why you got, you know, a lot of people these days working paycheck to paycheck, and prices are steady getting higher and higher. You know, so we'll see what happens on that, but at the end of the day, you know, it's not like they're doing it out the goodness of their heart. You know, it's always going to be something that's going to happen on the tail end. But either way it goes, all of these things that they do is going to lead up to the MOTB, aka the microchip. You know, digital device. It's all going to lead up to this. You know, as spoken in Revelation chapter 13, verse 16. Ecclesiasticus chapter 12 and verse 10, also known as Sirach chapter 12 and verse 10. Never trust thy enemy, for like as iron rusted, so is his wickedness. Yeah. So you can never trust the enemy. And our enemy has for a long time, going back to Jacob and Esau, the twins, you know, There's always been a rivalry, and it's always been a that Esau has always been an enemy towards Jacob. You know, verse 11. Though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him. Yeah. So here it is. We're getting it. It's a possibility that this could happen. $5,000, which really that's nothing. That's peanuts compared to how much they really owe the people. You know. Yet take good heed and beware of him, and thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust have not been altogether wiped away. Yeah. So even though he may come with this, $5,000 proposal for every taxpayer, there's always, something else that they're conjuring up that's gonna, who knows? They may try to tax the $5,000 that you get. Who knows? You never know. You know, it's always, but the mindset is to always beware of Esau, Edom, because at the end of the day, their mindset is to do wickedness. The scriptures say, you know, the children are their oppressors. So their mindset is like children; they're never satisfied. They like the scripture said in Michael chapter 2, they covered fields and they take them by violence. And the same thing with their mindset; they're never satisfied, man. So you never know. All we know is go through scriptures to understand. Never trust thy enemy, and be aware, and because we know that he goes humbling himself. He's a person that will who speaks great words. Let me get that right quick. Psalm chapter 55 and 21. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords. Yeah. So behind the soft words and the words spoken smoother, his mouth is smoother than butter. You know, at the end of the day, it goes back to the scriptures we just got through reading. Sirach chapter 12 and 10, that never trust thy enemy, and he is an enemy. You know, and this is what we should be doing. You know, regardless of what he's gonna do. This is, whether we get this or we don't. At the end of the day, we should trust in Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. Yahweh is the name of the Heavenly Father, which means He is and He exists. Then you have Yahweh's Son's name, which is Yahweh Shai, which they ignorantly call him Jesus. These Christians that don't know the Bible, they call him Jesus, but his name is Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Shai means He that delivers. Verse 22. Cast thy burden upon the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, and he shall sustain thee, and he shall never suffer the righteous to be moved. Yeah, so Lord willing, we're of the righteous, so we will be sustained, regardless of what this devil does. So those are some of the things to keep in mind, because we're living in a very, very dangerous times, man, and it's going to get worse. But we cast thy burden upon Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai so he can sustain us. And Lord willing, we'll be the of that righteous. You know? So Lord willing, I hope and pray that this was an edifying lesson to you brothers and you sisters out there. And again, I'd like to give all praises and honor and glory that's definitely due to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai Ba'ashem, Rakak Radash. Special double honors to the elders and apostles on down at Great Millstone. And peace and salutations to the elect. Until the next time, Lord willing, I'll say Shalom.